So we are now officially recording this. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the Spanish 2 class. Just kidding. A feeble attempt at humor. Okay, Vita, are you able? Do you hear me, Vita? Are you able to join us? Acknowledge somehow. Either by turning your sound on or typing in a chat bar somewhere. Vita!
I'm trying, it's just being really, really slow right now, so it might take
There you go. That's okay. That's fine. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself, so. Okay. There we go. So while you're waiting for your Google Docs to come up, I think that's what you were referring to as taking a few minutes. While we're waiting for that to come up, we'll go ahead and look in the book because that's at Repaso de, and we'll go back and finish stuff up later. We're just a couple short lessons behind where my Rancho class is. So we'll start on página R35. R35. Okay. Hola, Adi. I just put the link to the Google Doc again. So if you want to join us in the Google Doc, and we're on página R35. Not sure if you have your book or not. Estamos en página R35. Los verbos, los verbos aburrir, gustar, and interesar. Okay, I'll give you a second to join us, Adi. Vita's still working on it. Hola, Adi. Okay, see you joined us on the link. And Adi, I have added you with your Gmail on both the documents and the Hangout. So you're welcome to use, if you have a Google user, you're welcome to use yours too. I have added yours for all the links to everything. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll look at verbos como aburrir, interesar, y gustar. Okay, so underneath where I have those listed there, someone type and tell me what you remember, or you don't have to type. You can just turn on your sound and tell me what you remember about these verbs.
Saber means to know. Saber means to know.
No, we're talking about, hold on. Aburrir, gustar, interesar on page R35 where we're at. The bottom three.
The book. Oh, okay, yeah. Give me a minute.
Aburrir, gustar, and interesar.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Hold on a second. Someone's knocking at my door.
What page are you on again? Miss Tricia? Miss Appy? Miss Abby? Okay.
Funny story. Real funny story. So I go to answer the door because anybody who comes all the way out to my house, you know, I'm going to honor them by answering my door. So I answer the door and they said, do you have a minute? I said, no, I'm actually in the middle of teaching an online class. They're like, oh, it's okay. We won't bother you. We're just doing a survey to see if there's anybody in the neighborhood that speaks Spanish. So not you. And I'm like, I said, as luck has it, I'm teaching a Spanish class right now. And I switched to Spanish as soon as she said that. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she asked me about all my other neighbors and seeing if any of my neighbors close to me speak Spanish. It was hilarious. Don't judge a book by its cover, right? I obviously don't look like I should speak Spanish. I really obviously don't look like I speak Spanish. They said they'd come back later. Okay. Muy interesante. See, I told you, you use Spanish in the randomest places and times, and yeah, muy interesante. Okay, so anybody come up? Aburrir, to be bored, yeah. Okay, but what these verbs are a special type of verbs. Okay, they're really only used in two forms. Okay, remember if I take we're just dealing with aburrir, gustar, and interesar right now. Nehemiah, these ones here. Oops. The ones that I am about to highlight here. Yeah, we're looking on those ones right now. So yeah. So we'll get back to saber versus conocer. I know you guys know that. Okay, so how do I say I like something? Me gustan bananas. Okay? I like bananas. But what is it? What does it literally translate? Okay. Anybody remember? Read it backwards, and what does it say? Bananas please me. Okay. Remember, these verbs have two forms. Either one thing pleases me or more than one thing pleases me. So if I say science, I like science. How would I say I like science? Someone type it there for me. I like science. Science, ciencia. That T is just elusive for you. Oh, Nehemiah, don't go erasing everybody else. Okay, so me gusta ciencia. Okay, read it backwards. Science pleases me. Okay, I like beans. Me gustan frijoles. Me gustan frijoles. Me gustan, oops, not frijoles. Frijoles. Me gustan frijoles, okay? I like beans. Or literally, oops, I don't have a spell. I just get my fingers going too fast. I like beans. Or literally, beans please me. And this is very important, okay? So how would I say we like beans? We like beans. Someone type, we like beans. There, just nos, Vita, just nos. Because remember, it's us. Nosotros is we. So I wanted to say beans please us. Muy bien. Nos gustan frijoles. We like beans, or literally beans please us. Okay. Same thing with interesar and aburrir. Two forms we have. Oops. Yeah. Interesa or interesan. Okay. If there's one thing that interests me, so usually in English we say what? I'm interested in stamp collecting, or I'm interested in foreign currency, or I'm interested in astronomy or biology. So I can say it interests me. Yeah, that really interests me a lot. Okay, so what's doing the action in that sentence? Okay, science really interests me. Okay, what's doing the interesting? Science is, right? It's the agent, or it's the one doing the action to who? To me. So these verbs actually are necessarily taking a direct object pronoun, right? Who's doing the pleasing? Who's doing the pleasing? Science. Who are they? Who is science pleasing? Science is pleasing me. Therefore, me is the direct object, or in this case, the direct object pronoun, right? Science pleases me. Okay. Science interests me. How would I say science interests me? Here we had ciencia. Ciencia. Okay. Muy bien. Me interesa ciencia. Okay. If I wanted to change it, forget science. I like music. Science really bores me. Okay. So I forget what my. Okay. So me aburre ciencia. Okay. Me aburre ciencia. What about reading or writing or dancing? Any subject. Okay. You take the infinitive verb. So I say leer. Say maybe reading bores you. Really, reading doesn't bore me, but I have to have a special time. So leer me aburre. It's another good thought, right? Leer. Someone. Yeah. Thank you for correcting that. There you go. Muy bien. Gracias, Nehemiah. So leer me aburre. Reading bores me. Or tocar el piano. Thank you. Tocar el piano. Let's throw in another word. Me encanta. This is true. This is very true for me. Tocar, playing the piano. That's what it says. Playing. So tocar, if you use the infinitive, that takes on the noun ing form, if you understand what I'm saying. Playing the piano, that's a noun, right? Playing or reading, that's a noun. Reading is used as the noun form, okay? So tocar el piano, me encanta. Delights me. Okay, encantar is another verb that's just like aburrir and gustar and interesar. They require direct object pronoun. So let's look. Todos tienen el libro. Ari, do you have your book? Oh, okay, good. I couldn't remember who it was that didn't have it, or you. it was on order or something, so I wasn't sure if everyone still has the book. Okay, so looking at ejercicio 5, looking at exercise 5. Let's just follow the model. A mí, los tomates. So I would say, ¿te gustan los tomates? So, a mí, los tomates. So, to me. Okay. So, me gustan mucho los tomates. So, this person answers, I like tomatoes a lot. Me gustan. So, tomatoes please me a lot. Okay, that's literally the translation. But I like tomatoes a lot. And then I ask someone else, y a ti, and to you, are they pleasing to you? Y a ti te gustan también, and do you like them as well? Okay, so Addie take número 1, Vita número 2, y Nehemiah número 3. Here, let me number so we don't get lost. Oops. Nehemiah, stop running over all over. Here, let me number. You guys are just running all over each other. How come my cursor won't write anything? There we go. 1. How come I am not typing? What's going on here, folks? Because we haven't typed there yet. 1. There we go. Just use the numbers I put up there. So Vita, go ahead and take number 2 in página, actually, ejercicio 5, exercise 5, número 2. Tell whether you like that item, if you remember what it is. Okay. And then ask the next person. So pretend you're having a conversation with someone and ask them if they like that same item. I put the special, well, at least the special letters. I didn't get the punctuation up there. You can just put it right side up, but just like that one. Y a ti te gusta también. Muy bien. Sí me gustan los vegetales, sí me gusta la carne. Muy bien, Adi, perfecto. A mí me gusta el pescado. So it's looking like you don't need that the comma here, Addie. I would put the comma there too. To me, it seems like it should have a comma. But I think in Spanish the commas not necessarily. I'll verify. Okay, and then Addie, your question mark. Remember, Spanish is very, very particular. Only exactly what they think is the question do they put in question marks. ¿Y a ti te gusta también? Muy bien. Y a ti. A ti. A ti here. Y a ti. Nehemiah. Because it's indirect, it's direct object pronouns we're using here, and they want clarification. And to you, is it pleasing? Okay. A ti, to you, does it please you? It's kind of a little bit of redundancy and over clarification. ¿Y a ti te gustan los vegetales? Sí, me gustan los vegetales. ¿Te gustan mucho? Más o menos. Y a ti, and then again, your question mark needs to go here instead of here. There we go. Okay. So you see how Addie answered? That's fine too. A mí me gusta el pescado. Okay. I can just say, me gusta pescado. I like fish. Or if I want to emphasize or clarify, I say, sí, a mí me gusta. A ti no te gusta, pero a mí me gusta el pescado. A mí me gusta mucho el pescado. Mucho. Sí, me gusta. Okay, so Nehemiah, you should have me gusta because carne es singular. Es singular. Okay, remember there's two forms of the verb. Gusta, gustan. Same with aburrir. Aburre, aburren. Interesar. Interesa, interesan. Only two forms. Okay? Muy bien. Let's look at ejercicio 6. So it's personaliza. Trying to add an extra syllable in there, sorry. Personaliza. Trying to add some extra there. Dar respuestas personales. Okay, dar respuestas, give personal answers. Okay, remember, I don't care how you answer things as long as you answer them correctly as in grammatically correct. And I don't care. You can tell me that you live in a 20-story home and you have the whole 15th floor to yourself. I don't care. As long as it makes sense what you say. Whether it's far-fetched, I mean, that just makes it all the more interesting. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Let me get my cursor down here. Okay, so Adi, take número uno. Actually, let's start with this. We'll do 2, 3, and 4. We'll do one together. Okay. ¿Te interesan o te aburren las matemáticas? ¿Te gustan o no? So what is this one asking me? And notice we say math. When we say math, it sounds singular. Okay, do you like math? Yeah, it bores me. Yeah, it interests me. Or if I say the whole thing out instead of its abbreviation, I said, do you like mathematics? Yeah, they interest me. Okay, so here notice that it's asking me in a plural form. ¿Te interesan o te aburren las matemáticas? And I'm going to answer. Me interesan las matemáticas. I should have an accented. A there. Matemáticas. Copy. It's a piece of work. There we go. Me gustan mucho. Okay, so go ahead and work on yours. Me gustan mucho. Mucho, not mucho. Dita número 3. You might be careful, remember, PH doesn't exist en español. PH no existe. Debe ser, should be, debe ser F. Geografía. No, está bien. Sí. Well, I go the opposite way, Nehemiah. In English, instead of writing PH, I'll do the F because I got Spanish in my head. So no problema. No problema. That's geografía. Geografía con acento sobre la I. Sí, me interesa la geografía. No, está bien. Okay. Okay, so Vita's trying to go renegade on us. Okay. Are you trying to say very boring?
Yeah.
Okay. So boring would be the adjective, right? Okay, instead of the verb. So aburrido, aburrido. And then ciencias. And then you got feminine and plural. So you need to change that to match. Sí, está bien. Muy aburridas, porque es ciencias, plural y femenina. Muy bien. Very boring, muy aburridas. Me interesan muchas. I mean, mucho. Me interesan mucho. So your verb here, Vita, should be what? Interesan. Okay. Porque es ciencias, son plural. Adi, me interesa la historia. Me gusta. Está bien. Me gusta. I like it. That's all you have to say. Me gusta. Me gusta. ¿Te gusta mucho o un poco? Adi. ¿Te gusta mucho o te gusta un poco la historia? Un poco. Sí. Muy bien. Me interesa mucho la historia de los Estados Unidos, pero no me interesa mucho la historia del mundo. Del mundo es muchísima información. La historia del mundo es demasiado mucha información. Too much information, right? Pero me gusta mucho la historia de un país, of one country. O la historia de los Estados Unidos, la historia de México, one country at a time, or one war at a time, or one big happening at a time. Pero la clase La clase de la historia del mundo. Ay, ay, ay. Es mucho trabajo. No puedo recordar todas las fechas. I can't remember all the dates. And so therefore, es un poco. So it's not that I don't like it. It's just overwhelming, right? It's a little boring sometimes. Okay. Let's go back up to the top of the page and look at saber versus conocer. Okay. Saber. Both mean saber versus conocer means what? To know, right? Okay. So write down what you can remember. Oops. Write down what you remember. So if you want to look, está en página R42. R42. Okay. Muy bien, Adi. To know fact or información, sí. Okay, so Nehemiah, I would kind of change your description here. Instead of knowing the contents of, to be acquainted with, right? That would be another word you could. So it's to know people or places. So go ahead and do that. Just put to know fact information. So you know people or places. Yo conozco a Sacramento. Yo conozco a San Francisco. Yo conozco a Gaut, San Diego. Yo conozco a Chicago. I would say I know Chicago. I've been there 4 or 5 times. I can get you around decently. You know, I don't always know exactly where everything is, but I can tell you where the main, so yo conozco a Chicago. So to be acquainted with, so people or places, right? And saber is information. I know your name, I know your address, I know his height, I know his favorite color. Anytime you just know a piece of information versus knowing somebody. If I can use to be acquainted with, then I use conocer. Yo conozco a Sacramento. Yo conozco a San Diego. Yo conozco a Vita. Yo conozco a Adi. Yo conozco a Nehemiah. Okay, people. Only time you're going to use people's names with saber. The only time you're going to use people's names with saber is if you're saying, I know Julie's address, right? I know Susie's phone number. Okay, so only time you're going to use saber and a person's name is when you're using it as a possessive adjective, right? I know his phone number. I know her address. Okay. So es todo. Any questions en la tarea? Any questions on the homework? Pretty straightforward at this point since it's repaso, ¿sí?
Excuse me. I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Are you giving us the same homework like you gave us last time, right?
Yeah,
Or is it?
I created a new homework sheet. I sent you the link.
Okay. Okay, the sheet. Okay. I didn't.
Yeah, did I
know.
send you? I sent you a link, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Did I send you guys a link? Okay. All right. So yeah, so new homework sheet
So it's not
for this
Quizlet,
week,
right?
and it's separate.
Is it Quizlet?
This last week, yeah, I think it was Quizlet.
Okay. Because to me, it was the
Yeah,
same
not
thing.
new homework. Your new
Okay.
homework. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it's not new homework yet. You've only had one assignment, and that's the Quizlet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
The other class I had. What's that?
Then we have worksheets. Then we have worksheets, right?
That'll be next week. So I'll give you
Okay.
new homework on Wednesday. So just Quizlet. Ok. Nada
Ok.
más preguntas, no más preguntas. Ok. Adiós, clase. Vita and Nehemiah hasta miércoles and Adi hasta mañana.
Okay. See
Adiós.
you 2 days.
Sí, miércoles. Adiós.
Okay. Adios.